Well, hi, friends. It's Carrie from down in Texas. I'm doing a live today because I'm really annoyed. I am so annoyed, and I only have one hand. So if you try to interact with me, I'm just going to tell you up front, I can't do that because I only have one hand that works and it's holding my phone. The other one, I'm recovering from surgery, and I I just simply can't interact. What I wanted to talk to you today about is the both sides, right and left, the Democrats and the Republicans in Congress. There are a group of both Democrats and Republicans that are trying to put a bill towards the Congress that will eliminate the presidential powers across the board. So the president will no longer be able to make any decisions at all. Everything that he has, every decision as a president would then go through Congress. Well, first of all, who the hell do these people think they are? The American people did not send them to Washington to change our system. We have three branches of government. It is a checks and balances. The executive branch, the judicial branch, the Supreme Court, and Congress. We have three branches of government. This is why it is set up this way for checks and balances. These idiot, out of control, unprofessional, unethical, and juvenile congressmen and women that think they have the right to make this decision, our decision. After all, we the people, we're in charge. We are in charge. We elect them. We send them to office. We elect the president. Who the hell do they think they are? That they can just summarily elect the president. Who the hell do they think they are? That they can just summarily thrown out of Congress. You should be sent home. You should be impeached. However it has to happen. Because I'm going to tell you something. The American people are sick to death of all of this. Decades this has been going on. And we are done. And if these idiots succeed in taking us from a three-tiered system of government to a two-tiered system of government, the American people better go to the streets. That's all I can say. Because this is not okay. You don't just arbitrarily change how our government has worked for almost 250 years because you don't like the man. I get it, you don't like him. There's a lot of us that don't like him, but he is for the American people. Yeah, he may not speak eloquently. You may not like his mannerisms. You may not like a lot about him. But he's keeping us safe. He's doing everything to get rid of the corruption in this country, balance our budget, so the American middle class just doesn't get flushed down the toilet all the way. We got 2 feet and 2 hands in there, and our head is barely hanging up above the water. And this man is doing everything within his power to help us. Whether they like him is irrelevant. They are spitting on our government. They have no government. They have no respect for our government and the way it works. They have no respect for the presidency. If they did, they would put this juvenile, ridiculous ideology of hating another human being, because this is all it is, people. It's pure and simple hate. Hate for another human being. Hate for a man that they don't like. Well, there's a lot of shit that happens in everybody's life. And you know what? We all don't like each other. We learn to move past it. We learn to work around it. We learn to make compromises. These people have lost their ever-loving minds. And if we don't, as the American people, start to stand up and defend our Constitution. And if we have to, go to the streets, like go to the mattresses from The Godfather to protect what has worked for 250 years, then shame on all of us. We didn't send these idiots to Washington to change the way our government works because they don't like Donald Trump. It's an absolute freaking disgrace. All of them. All of them. None of them are there for you and I. Just think about the millions of dollars that have been uncovered, our taxpayers' money, our money that we work 12, 15 hours a day for, and it's going in their pocket, or it's going to some play or television show outside this country when the middle class is barely surviving. California's on fire. People in the Carolinas still don't have food. Children are living in tents. They don't have toilets. And yet, these people are only obsessed with one thing: hating the man that you and I elected. It's time to send a very clear message to those in Congress that the American people, we are done. We are sick to death of their juvenilistic, unprofessional, embarrassing behavior to the Americans that work hard every single day just to keep our houses and our lives going. The top 20% of this country, they don't even pay attention. They just live their lives because they have so much money and none of it matters. But for those of us in the middle class, we are drowning, and these idiots are the reason why. There's a bill, and it's bipartisan, and they are trying to change our system of government to make it a two-tiered government, to eliminate any presidential powers. Really? So it's going to take a vote whether or not we can defend ourselves if there's an attack, and they all have to be together to do that. Really? Really? For one reason and one reason only: hate. They don't care about you and me, obviously, because they don't respect why they're there. They don't respect the fact that they were elected officials sent to a place to do a job for us, the American people. And I'm sick of it. And I want them all taken out. Yeah, to quote from Texas, whatever her name is, take him out. Well, they need to be taken out. They need to be eliminated. They need to be removed from office. They need to be impeached. I don't care. They are not there to represent the people of this country. They are there for themselves and the power that they have by being part of this government. And it's disgusting, and it's got to stop. We need to make our voices heard once and for all and put this entire ridiculous situation in the graveyard. I just cannot believe what I see and hear every day. Americans, we need to work together because our country has worked just fine for almost 250 years, and a handful of hateful, irresponsible juveniles do not have the right to change how our three-tiered system of government works because they hate. Really? Grow up. Do your job. If you can't do it, then get the hell out of there and go home. American people are sick to death of this entire situation. We are tired of hearing about it. Do your job or go home, or we'll just remove you from office. Take to the streets, patriots. It's time, because they just don't get to change how our government works because they hate another human being and can't be a grown-up and respect our government, how it works, and the positions, all of them. What a sad, sad, sad example the world sees right now. No wonder we are in a precarious position. Do they even stop to think about that? No, because all they can think about, all they obsess about, all they talk about, and I swear to God, all they dream about is destroying one man. The man that you and I, or 80% of us, elected in November. So that tells me that what we say doesn't mean shit to these people. So it's time to make them go. Time for us to take back our country and get those people out of the office that aren't there for the right reasons. Now more than ever, patriots have to start speaking their mind and forcing these issues. We are the change. That simple. God bless this great country and all of you, and thanks for watching me today. It is a fact, and it is on the news, so for all of you haters that are going to come at me, I don't really give a shit. Get informed, pay attention, and read, and maybe you will understand why 80% of the American public finally took a stand and elected Donald Trump.